So I was invited to talk to a very cool new club at a high school here in San Diego. It's called Club America. And I was invited by a very dynamic and articulate young woman who is a senior there at this high school. Her name is Jamie Miller. You may have seen Jamie Miller in some of our, one in particular, a video that we did promoting gun prom, where she actually did a competitive shoot in her prom dress. So she's a competitive shooter. She's a trained shooter. She's a Second Amendment advocate, and she's an absolutely wonderful person. Jamie Miller, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So how was it shooting a competition in a prom dress? That's something I've yet to do.
I mean, very thankful that I was wearing my boots and not heels. But I mean, it's definitely one of those experiences that I will never forget. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity that you guys let me do that and for something so important.
There you go. Okay, so first shooting tip, boots, not high heels. Gotcha. There will be more to come. So, okay, so you started Club America at your high school here in San Diego.
I
And
did.
you invited me to come and talk. I think this was your first meeting to come and talk about the Second Amendment. Is that right?
It was our third official meeting,
Third official
but it
meeting.
was
Okay.
our first ever guest speaker.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. Third meeting, first ever guest speaker. So talk about Club America. Why did you start Club America?
So I'm actually the vice president of Club America. One of my close friends, she is our president. We started this club, a bunch of my friends, because we are a group that is very passionate about politics and what's going on in the world and things like that. And we used to be getting in trouble by teachers, and not necessarily in trouble, but we'd get kind of told to pipe down and be quiet and put that up more on the hush hush side of things, or go talk about that outside of class. Even when we're in history class and we're talking about politics, we'd be getting told to be quieter. And we just wanted a space that we could talk about what's going on in the world. And not only that, be able to educate other students at our school who may not be as informed, because we are the next voters.
Now, okay, so you're talking about politics and teachers are telling you to quiet down or pipe down. Were
Yes.
you purposely being adversarial, or were you just having a discussion, or why do you think that they felt the need to tell you to stop talking? So let's talk about 1791 Group. If your business is in the firearms industry, you've probably felt it. Marketing's expensive, social media is hostile, and it's far too easy to get lost in the noise.
The 1791 Group fixes that. They help you to cut through the clutter by clarifying your message so customers instantly understand why they should buy from you. Then they build the systems, your website, CRM, ads, and content that actually turn interest into sales. And because they understand the community, they can even get your brand in front of our gun owners' radio audience, which includes over 100,000 engaged gun owners every month.
Don't waste another dollar on marketing that doesn't work. Go to 1791group.com, that's 1791group.com, and tell them Michael from Gun Owners Radio sent you. Start growing with a team that's on your side. Or why do you think that they felt the need to tell you to stop talking?
I mean, I do go to a public school, so I think that that is a big part about it. And as most people know, teachers are a very left-leaning job, which is something that I want to change personally, but that's a story for another time. At our school, a lot of students are very quote unquote sensitive to certain subjects. And I feel that admin thinks that they need to shield and protect students, even though high school should be preparing us for the real world.
So just because of the opinions, so the opinions that you guys were discussing would generally be right of center, and because of those, because they were right of center opinions, your teachers said, hey, shut it down?
Pretty much.
That's ridiculous. Do they also do that to the folks in your high school that are left-leaning?
Not usually.
Not usually. Isn't that interesting? So you decided to come up with this club, which is a safe space to talk about politics. And I'll tell you, I thought it was really interesting. I want to talk about the difficulties you had even launching this club.
Yes.
But I thought it was really interesting when after my talk, I was talking to you and some of the folks in your club, and I said, I asked like, "Hey, is this generally right leaning?" And you said, "Yeah, the people here are." And I said, "Well, what would happen if somebody wanted to come talk about politics and they were left leaning?" And you said, "We'd love it. We want them to come in and have that discussion." And I think
Correct.
that is a meaningful and substantial difference between the political left and the political right. Is the political right, they want the left to come and have discussions and talk and debate, and the left doesn't want. They want to shut it down. And you see
Very
this
much.
on talk shows. You hear about people like Bill Maher talks about how Republicans come on his show all the time, and he cannot get Democrats that he actually has supported to come on the talk show. So I think it's really, really interesting, and I commend you for being so open minded and willing to debate and talk and discuss. I think that that's a really important point to bring up about your club.
I mean, not only is this something that both me and all of my friends believe should be happening when it comes to the political spectrum,
Mhm.
our Club America is actually associated with Turning Point, and Turning Point was associated with Charlie Kirk, and that was his purpose.
So is that why? So first off, before I ask that question, what happened when you went to start this club? By the way, by club, what you're talking about is, I remember when I was in like junior high, they'd have like the physics club, or the Dungeons and Dragons club or whatever, or the robot making club. And basically, I think it was once a week, there'd be a period where everybody would go to their club and it'd be some kind of, enrichment time where they talk about the subject or whatever, Is that what we're talking about here? Is that the kind of club that is the same thing, or have things changed?
Correct. Yes, our club meets every fourth Monday of every month as of right now, just because we are a newer club trying to gain members. Hopefully, we will be able to have more meetings once we can grow our club.
For the record, I couldn't make it in the physics club. I just knew it existed. I didn't want to give the wrong impression that I was actually in the physics club. But okay, so you went to establish this club. What kind of obstacles did you run into?
We faced a lot of obstacles, and I definitely want to give my club president a very big point of this. I don't think our club would have gotten approved without her. She went through multiple discussions with the group of people who approve clubs for our school, which is our ASB. And these were hour-long conversations where they had to take a break in between because we had students that are left-leaning blow it quite out of proportion when it came to what our club was really about without even listening to what our club was for, why we created it. They heard Club America, they heard Turning Point, they associate it with right, and frankly, they got scared. There were students crying, and honestly, it just was really sad to see them get so defensive when we had another club on our school pretty much get immediately approved besides a request for a name change that is a left-leaning club.
So a left-leaning club, a political left club, got approved immediately with no problems at all. But your club, because it was right-leaning and affiliated with Turning Point, got put through the ringer. What was their concern? Like, what were they afraid was going to happen if you guys were able to sit in a room and talk to each other?
Correct. I mean, most of us, we don't quite know why they were so afraid of our club being brought onto campus. We have clubs that don't agree on political beliefs, on moral values. That's what makes us all human.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really hard to understand where they were coming from. If we, right leaning, are being like, okay, you guys can have what you want and what you believe, because someone should stick up for that. Someone should stand for that. That's what makes us human. That's what gives us civil discussions. But they felt that they would be quote unquote targeted if our club was approved.
Okay. And your club was approved. You've now had 3 meetings and one guest speaker. Well, technically 2. It was me and Dakota. Dakota and I both came and spoke about gun ownership and the Second Amendment and the history of. Have they been targeted, or is everybody safe and sound and happy?
Everyone is completely fine. And again, we want people who are left to come to our clubs. We want to create an environment where we can have these civil conversations without immediately assuming something from someone else. And no one has shown up. And frankly, as many people that I know at school that are right-leaning, they are not showing up as well because they know the problems that we had getting our club approved, and they don't want that affecting them personally.
Oh, wow.
And that's also pretty sad to see.
That's interesting. So as far as the job we did, well, first off, having a Second Amendment guest speakers, what was the feedback or what was the reaction? Everything go smoothly there, or was anybody happy?
Absolutely. I could not have asked for anything better. You guys did an amazing job from getting our points across to time management, and it felt very much more of a conversation than it would be a lecture if we were in a class.
Good. That's awesome. But did you get any pushback from outside, any of the teachers or anything, or any comments from students?
No, not really. I feel, again, most of them are scared to say anything against us, thinking that we're going to start targeting them. But say something to me. Let me have this conversation with you on why I believe the Second Amendment's important. You explain to me why you believe something else. We can disagree and have a conversation.
Well, other than it being the funnest amendment, why is the Second Amendment important to you?
I mean, growing up around guns and around that environment, I find it important. We have family. My grandfather, he went hunting. We have my grandfather on my other side, my mom's dad, he was in the military. And at the end of the day, it is something that was made in order to keep us safe as civilians in our homes.
Good. That's awesome. You're doing a great job, Jamie. Thank you so much. So you're a senior, right?
Yes.
Do you have any plans for the future? Have you committed to a college, or what are you thinking you want to do?
I have not committed to a college yet. I'm still in the application process, finishing a couple and waiting to hear back from some. I plan to go to a 4-year college straight off the bat and go into the education major, hoping to become a teacher.
Oh, wow. Good for you. That's awesome. I didn't know that. But right now you're making you're holding your cards close to your chest and you're making the colleges fight over you. I like that. I think that's a good idea. Don't give in yet. Make them keep fighting for you. That's good. Do you have a preferred college? Like what? I don't know. Should I ask you that? Do you want to? Do you have a preferred college, or should we make the colleges keep guessing and fighting?
I have a preferred college, but my parents' preferred college for me is quite different.
Why talk about that? How come mom and dad's preferred college for you is different than yours?
Mom and dad want me close to home.
Oh,
and
dad.
Genuinely, it makes sense. And if I get in, I will most likely stay home. Yeah. But my dream school is on the opposite side of the country.
Really? You're allowed to disclose? Which one?
Alabama.
Alabama, really?
Alabama.
Roll Tide. That's interesting. Wait. Alabama's Roll Tide, right? Yeah, okay, all right, good.
You got it right.
Good. Just making sure. Rich shot me a look. I'm like, huh? Well, that's awesome. I hope you get all your hopes and dreams. You work so hard. You're so articulate. You're so assertive. I'm just so impressed with you. And thank you so much for pushing so hard. Thank your president for pushing so hard and running the gauntlet and making this happen. She did an awesome job as well. And I wish your club the very best of luck. And thank you so much for inviting me and Dakota. It was our pleasure. We love doing it.
Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
All right, Jamie Miller, thank you so much. Club America. Hey, thanks for watching Gun Owners Radio. I hope you loved that clip. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and follow us on social media. And check out our website at gunownersradio.com.